Hey, and welcome back to Vox Terra. If you haven't done so, please do subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell. And remember, on occasion, I might slip into some of my natural accents. So today, I want to talk to you about a small, underknown news article that I think should be much bigger news, and that's that the U.S. Postal Service chose to buy its next generation of delivery vehicles, not from an electric vehicle maker by the name of Workhorse, that many were rooting for, but from a defense contractor making vehicle company called Oshkosh. And the reason this should be bigger news is because this story illustrates possibly the power of the military-industrial complex in our government, the power of Trump holdovers like Louis Dejoy in our government. How strong is Biden's promise to truly take the federal fleet electric? Will we continue subsidizing our own demise, or will we build back better? And which politicians are there for the people, or at least for the environment? So to get you started, let me cite from Reuters news service. U.S. Postmaster Louis Dejoy told the U.S. House panel last week that the USPS has only committed to buy 10%. That's 10% of electric vehicles in the next generation delivery fleet. Now here's a little background from Arstechnica. USPS picks a new mail truck, and no, they won't be all electric. Oshkosh Defense will design and build 50,000 to 165,000 next generation delivery trucks over 10 years. The U.S. Postmaster told Congress today that only 10% of the new delivery trucks would be battery electric. On Tuesday afternoon, the USPS awarded a 10-year, $485 million contract to Oshkosh Defense, better known for armored vehicles. And neither the USPS nor Oshkosh is ready to share the in-depth specs for the next generation delivery vehicle. Oshkosh still has to finalize the design, according to the press release. So that's a little suspicion right there some people have. Now, this next line I want to share with you because it's interesting. More attention appears to have been paid to driver and pedestrian safety. I mean, it should pay attention to that. With the USPS's current fire-prone Grumman LLV trucks. So that's interesting. The USPS has a fire-prone truck, which is made by Grumman, who I believe is another defense manufacturer. Many had hoped the USPS was going to choose an all-electric design, particularly since President Joe Biden just vowed to electrify the federal government's fleet. Now, I take you back to a Reuters article again to show you, who's standing up to this. Who's standing up here? The three U.S. House lawmakers introduced legislation on Tuesday, calling on the U.S. Postal Service to freeze Oshkosh Corp's $482 million contract. Representatives Marcy Kaptur, the chair of an appropriations subcommittee, and fellow Democrats, Jared Huffman and Tim Ryan, urged a halt pending an investigation into whether there was any political influence in awarding the contract, and if it's consistent with President Joe Biden's executive order to electrify the federal fleet. So see, we got Marcy Kaptur, Jared Huffman, and Tim Ryan, all Democrats, and Marcy Kaptur I looked up, and she even had an endorsement by the Bernie Sanders group Our Revolution at one point. Now this is really cool to know about Huffman. Huffman separately introduced legislation on Monday, co-sponsored by 18 House Democrats, and again, it's Democrats, whereas the Republicans, to provide $6 billion to the U.S. Postal Service to buy tens of thousands of additional electric delivery vehicles and charging stations. So again, do we want to subsidize more fossil fuel burning, or do we want to subsidize getting away from that? This quote, Huffman said beautifully. Why would you put us back on that treadmill? You're going to have built these vehicles for obsolescence, Huffman told Reuters on Tuesday. They will be the last vehicles running on fossil fuels on the road. It's insane, quoting Huffman here. And that's a good quote. designed for obsolescence. We think of that as a lot of products are designed to just break down and be obsolete so those businesses can keep selling more of them. Well, what a way to do business. And that's nothing new. That goes way back in our history. I saw a book written in the 1950s called The Waste Makers by an author, Vance Packard. And to add to the suspicions of what's going on here, something fishy, Huffman said he has been unable to view the USPS's contract with Oshkosh for the delivery trucks. So hey, I hope you found this video helpful and interesting, muy interessante, about how the connections between the business interest and the government are influencing our society, and how this is the big story of our time that should be getting more media attention, that issue. And until next time, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel. You've clicked the notification bell. You're liking, commenting, sharing. And until next time, peace be with you.